Hi everybody. Hi everybody. Good morning, good afternoon. So, before I continue this video, Facebook has been flagging my videos recently for no reason. I don't know. I'm not the only one facing that problem, but a lot of people are. This is what happens when you leave a bunch of robots to do your job for you. And at the end of the day, it's not even about the money, but the message that I'm passing through. I feel hurt. At the end of the day, they flag it, and if you don't delete it, you'll face the consequences. So in case you come back to rewatch the video and you couldn't find it, just know that Facebook has flagged it, but I pray they don't flag it. And in case you don't find the video on Facebook, you can find it on YouTube, because I'm currently streaming on YouTube as well. Okay, thank you so much for joining. Thank you, the new watchers, new followers. God bless you. So I was cooking. I'm trying to cook for my family. I already made food for Majesty, so I want to eat. I don't know why I'm eating spicy rice these days. That is what I'm craving for. So I'm going to be making spicy jollof rice, and I'm very, very hungry, and I'm in the mood to share this video, this topic with you. So in case I don't read your message, I'm busy. I'll be looking at what I'm doing so that I don't waste time. My husband went out, and probably when he returns, he might be very, very, very hungry. Although I have something that he will eat when he returns. And don't be nice with your comments. You can insult yourself in the comment section, and when I see you, I'll put you in Facebook jail. I'm not begging you to be nice to me. Do you understand? Because I'm already nice to myself. My family are nice to me, and there are few people watching me out there that are nice to me. So the only person that I should say to be nice to his or herself is you. Be nice to yourself, otherwise I'm gonna block you and your generations from my page, because of course you cannot be watching me and be hating me at the same time. You have to choose one. Okay, so I got a message from someone, not a message, it was a comment. You know, people are fighting over my son. Some are saying why I'm a horrible mother for leaving my son behind. I'm such a pathetic mother. I'm such a whatever, you know, all sorts of names they call themselves, not me, because I know I'm not that kind of mother. Because I know I'm not that kind of mother. Anyway, they said, why would she do that? And somebody was saying, she even blamed me for giving the child to my son's grandparents, knowing that I said that the guy did not get married to me. Yeah, the person was right. And some of you don't know culture, you don't know tradition. A lot of you don't know culture and tradition. If you know how culture works, a lot of you will not be criticizing yourselves, not me, because I don't see people criticizing me. I see them criticizing themselves. Honestly speaking, people said when I respond to my followers, I'm being rude. But meanwhile, they are the ones being rude, because if I'm new to your page, I will go and make background investigation if I'm interested in your stories. They said I respond to my followers rudely. Well, a follower who drops a rude comment deserves a rude response. I don't care who you are. They said at least be nice. Well, all this while I've been nice, nothing happened. Let me tell you the truth. The world will not be nice to you because you're a nice person. I don't care how nice you are, but the world will never treat you that way. But we have to keep going. So if people see me as a bad person, it means I chose to be bad, and I love being bad, because if I tell you what I have gone through, being a good person, it did not pay me. Now I want to be wicked. I'm telling you the truth. So if you're a good person, you better turn to be wicked though, because good will not pay you. Only know between you and God that you are good in your heart. Don't be good to people. Be wicked though in a good way, rather than to be good in a bad way. It's better to be wicked. I mean wicked pro max in a good way, than to be bad and good in a bad way. So in my culture, I'm from Igbo land in Nigeria. You must get married traditionally. Forget about court marriage and church wedding. The only marriage known in Nigeria is culture, traditional marriage, which is why if you listen carefully in my video, I was crying and begging my husband to do traditional marriage. I don't care if you step your feet in Nigeria or not. At least send money, because there's a list of items that should be provided to the groom to buy. And sometimes, depending on the family, the lists are very long, which discourages the groom. You understand? Why some families, they will tell you, we are not selling our daughter, we just want you to take care of her. Why some families, you just have to pay half of the price. And stop talking. I'm gonna block you and your generation. You don't come to my page and tell me stop talking. If I don't talk, should you be the one to talk? Block you. I told you guys to be nice to yourself, but you don't want to be nice. You don't want to be nice to yourself. You don't want to be nice to yourself. I told you to be nice to yourself, but you will not listen. You have coconut head. So that's why I'm going to block you and your miserable generations. Do you understand me? I'm very, very rude though. So if you don't want to be on this page, you can actually leave, because, like, seriously, even with my rudeness, I still have people watching me. Hello, duh. This is a woman that has gone through a lot of pains. I cannot explain my pain to you. I cannot explain the sleepless nights I have had. I cannot explain every turns I have stepped on. So if you say anything disrespectful to yourself, thinking you are saying it to me, I'm going to show you how to give respect, even though your parents did not teach you that. You can actually stay and watch or exit, like it's not by force. Understand? I have over 600,000 followers on my page. Others chose not to watch. I did not force you to watch me. Do you understand me? Okay. So, that is why in Nigeria, if you get married out of wedlock, I don't know if some families are doing it till today, they force you to go and marry the man who got you pregnant. But you know these guys these days, they don't want to commit, they don't want pregnant, they don't want marriage, they don't want to stay with one woman. They want to keep enjoying life, blah blah blah. But in my culture, once you get somebody pregnant, Pamela Gross, I will block you and your generation so that next time you can have some sense. I'm not here to play. Like I said before, I don't need followers. If not, had it been I'm crazy about followers, I should have 1 million followers on this page. I block you and your generations. So, they force you to marry the woman. Whether, you know, some people, they just in relationship, oh, I love you, I do this. But once you get pregnant for them, they deny you. Some will deny you, and some will accept you. Where is my... Okay. And some will accept you. I know a lot of us have been in this situation. Do you understand? Okay, when I got pregnant with Success Father, he was a very tall, cute, handsome gentleman. Very intelligent. He was doing masters in public health, you know, to do medicine. Very smart, good looking. I don't go for... People say that I am ugly. But the kind of men I go for are men with timber and calibers. Like, I go for real men. The other reason why I stooped so low to go for stupid men was because of my situation. Because people have made mockery of me after my boyfriend died, saying, look at you, no man is going to marry you. You have a child already. I was accepting stupid men. And they still treated me bad. Anyway, I still realized who I am, and then I moved on. So, when I told this guy I was pregnant, being a cute, good-looking guy, I thought he would deny it. This guy never denied it, so he never did. He never. Instead, he was making plans on how I can, because the area I was in the Philippines studying, the Nigerians there are gossiping too much. Not only Nigerians, the Africans there. If you're an African in diaspora, I will beg you to be kind to your fellow Nigerian men abroad, because we are all we got. We are all we have. But people will come abroad and behave as if we are enemies. Why? Even though we have enemies back home, should we continue the enmity abroad? Okay, all these people were gossiping, talking nonsense. That was why the guy was making preparation to transfer me from my school to another school. But unfortunately, he died 3 days to his graduation. Well, when I got married and when I got pregnant with him, the first thing I told him was, please, let's tell your grandparents, so let's tell your parents that I'm pregnant. He said he is not ready. The reason why some people don't tell their parents they are pregnant is because they will be disappointed. Remember, it took me more than 3 months to tell my mother I was pregnant because of the heartbreak, the disappointment. We sent you to school and you are going to get pregnant. Excuse me. We sent you to school and you are getting a girl pregnant. Maybe they will not send you money, they will not sponsor you. But me, I couldn't care. I was telling him, insisting, tell your parents I am pregnant. Tell your parents I am pregnant. Tell your parents I am pregnant. He said he will at the right time. Wait, let me finish graduation. I will tell him, don't. I said, okay, oh. I said, okay, no problem. Let's wait till graduation. Not knowing that the guy will die 3 days to his graduation. So, when he died, I was with his phone. His mother called, was crying. Oh, Kali, where are you? Come talk to me. Bad news flies more than good news. I don't know how the news flew to Nigeria. I don't know that he died. So I now say, the woman was calling me, what happened to my son? My only son. Where is he? Go to the mortuary. Let me pray for him. He is alive. Excuse me. Go to the mortuary. I don't believe my son is there. My son is alive. So I was crying. I said, Mama, I cannot go to the mortuary because I'm thinking of what to do to this pregnancy. People are telling me to terminate it. People are telling me to abort it. That nobody will take care of me. They said my mother would deny me because I have seen where a lot of African mothers deny their children that got pregnant. I come from a very strong culture. Even my uncles who heard my story, they are making mockery of my mother in Nigeria right now, saying that we have brought shame to their family. My mother is a princess. She came from a royal family. You understand? You know, king those days, they don't have money. It's not like king these days. My mother is royalty. You understand? But she's taking all these shames because of childbearing, childhood. I came from a very strong culture, and culturally, success is supposed to be with my mom, my family. Success doesn't have any business with my late boyfriend's family. He doesn't at all. I couldn't even tell my father I'm pregnant. I was very scared because my father would say, yes, this is what I'm saying. No need to send these girls to school. They will end up in the kitchen, because that was what he said before. And now me coming to tell him I'm pregnant will worsen the whole situation. What would you expect me to do when I'm depending on them for money to pay my tuition fee? What do you want me to do? And people are here telling you about the pregnancy. Nobody's gonna accept you. You are going to be useless. No man will marry you. They will take you. All these things was what I was hearing. The moment this guy died, doors closed. Everything closed. My father died. When I was pregnant, my father died. But I told him then, and he forgave me, gave me his blessings. You understand? My mother lost her shop. That was when Buhari became this thing then. She lost her shop. I stopped collecting money. Second year nursing, first semester. That was the last money I got from my mother was 25,000 pesos. Okay. My boyfriend's family were like, okay, we will take care of you. We will take care of you. Do not terminate pregnancy. We will take care of you. Please, I beg you, my daughter. I beg you, I beg you, I beg you. Please. He's our only son. And in Nigeria, they cherish only son so much. They don't care about girls. It's recently that people are seeing what girls can do in the family. You will see a woman who is pregnant, she'll be praying to God to give her a child, a male child. She doesn't care about the female. If she gives birth to a female, they'll say she's not woman enough, as if she's the one that gives the child. They will chase her away of the family and bring another woman. This is happening, guys. They said they will take care of me. I told them I'm having problem with paying school fees. They said, don't worry, we will take care of you, blah, 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 blah. Listen, let me tell you guys something. They were helping me initially, oh. They were helping me. They even sent me money. I was even saving for my delivery because I was thinking I'll give birth normal delivery, not knowing I'll give birth cesarean section. They were sending money, little money. I cannot complain more. I'm grateful. At least they were my source of income then. You understand? I said, God, you work in mysterious ways, though. At least since the doors from my parents' side has closed and shut, at least I have my late boyfriend's family. I kept the baby. I was taking care of myself, going to school, blah, blah, blah. And when they said they sent me money to go and do ultrasound when it was time, please go and do ultrasound. I don't know why they were telling me to do ultrasound. Please go and do ultrasound. I collected money. I did ultrasound. It was a baby boy. I started crying in the hospital. They were calling me. What is the gender? I said boy. They started shouting. They were taking care of me, sending money, blah, blah, blah. And then I had baby. Cesarean section. The money was 60,000 pesos. It was lots of money. They sent it for me from Nigeria. They were the one that paid the hospital bill. Yet, they don't have the right to have the child. Do you understand me? Because the guy did not marry me. The guy did not introduce me to his parents. I was the one that used my big mouth and tell his parents that I am pregnant for your son. Do you understand where I'm coming from? The reason why I told them was because he was a good guy. He treated me nice. He saved me from scammers. When you come abroad, there are people who want to scam you. I was about to be scammed. He saved me from the scammers. Do you understand me? He was, so anything you are doing in this world, even though you did not marry the person, try to be a good person. Try to be a good person. Do you understand? This guy's family have no rights over the child because traditionally he did not marry me. Who am I? Maybe I'm just a random stranger that got pregnant and then I'm putting it on their family. Do you understand? But I still tell them that this is your son. And things became very difficult after I had success. They stopped sending money. Things were difficult in Nigeria. I won't blame them. They wanted me to bring the baby home. I said, no, I want the baby to stay with me. Since I gave birth, they want to come. I said, no, I want the baby to stay with me. I want to take care of my baby. I want to do things I don't want. So they stopped sending money. Maybe because of that, they stopped sending money. Then one day, my mother went and borrowed money from some people and sent me money. And one of my useless boyfriends ate the money. He collected half of the money. One of the useless boyfriends I was dating then. Because I gave love a chance after like 2 years. He ate the money. Everybody in Philippines were struggling. If only you know how people are suffering in the Philippines, especially Nigerians and other Africans who are not from well-to-do families. People are suffering. Some people left Philippines and traveled back to Nigeria because they couldn't continue. No work, no job. Agents will promise you that when you come here, you will build house in 2 weeks. But when you come here, you don't see any job. This was the country I was living in with my child. This was the country. No job. There was a lady that had a child in Philippines. She even left. She couldn't graduate. She left Nigeria with her daughter. They gathered money for her to leave. Mommy, open. They gathered money for her to leave because it was difficult. You have to pay rent. You have to pay this. Imagine, Philippines is still the cheapest country to study in. But for us, it was very expensive. I am telling you the truth. Ask me how I coped with a toddler and nursing school. Nursing school is expensive in Philippines after medicine. Tell me how I can cope with a toddler. Tell me how I can cope. I managed to get a nanny, very good Filipino nanny, good Samaritan. She said, don't pay me. After sharing my story, she said I should not pay her money. She would take care of my son. Good thing, her house was close to my house. So I have to walk like 10 minutes and drop the child every day to go to school. So one day she was diagnosed with cancer and couldn't take care of my child. So I started looking for another nanny. So the other nanny cannot be like the first nanny now. She's collecting money. So I have to double my work, braiding people, selling all those of things, going to school. My grades dropped. From 1.1 dropped. I was owing school fees. I cannot concentrate. I come to school, I'm sleeping. When it's time for break, others are going out to eat. Glory, come on, let's eat. No, don't worry, I'm full. But within me, I'm hungry. I'm thinking of what my child will eat and how to pay the nanny. One day, I don't have money to pay nanny. I have to bring the child to school, and my teacher helped me to watch over the child. Do I have to continue to disturb people because of my own mistake? Should I be bringing baby to school to be disturbing people when they are writing exam? Should I be bringing baby to school and he will be crying and be disturbing others? I brought the shame on myself. I brought the mistake on myself. I had unprotected sex. So this is the consequences that I am paying. My registrar told me to stop bringing the baby to school so that he doesn't get infection from people. And she was right. I have to stop bringing the baby to school. The school asked me to stop coming to school because I was owing. My baby's parents thought I'm using them. Maybe I'm just collecting money from them. That was why they stopped helping. They thought I was using them. I was still sending them pictures of the baby. I was making videos, to show them that I am not that kind of girl. They stopped assisting, because they thought I am just in there to make money. But they will not understand the situation in Philippines. I walk to school every day. My shoe was eating under. The only thing saving me was my socks. I make fufu. I eat fufu in the morning and go to school. I'm sleeping. Sometimes you eat rice and magic syrup with oil. I don't want to give my baby that kind of food so that he will not have kwashiorkor or being malnourished. So I have to beg nanny to at least let her husband watch over my son. Nanny will accept me. But sometimes I feel like I'm inconveniencing her. This woman is sick and you are still telling her to watch over your son. I traveled to an island to make money with thinking that I will make lots of money. But the locals will not let me keep my table there. They won't let me. All the money I saved to fly there with the materials and everything I bought was in vain. My hotel were filled with cockroaches and rats, and the money expired by midnight. I don't know where to sleep. I took my bag. I was sitting by the seaside looking at the wave. I said, thank you, Jesus. I was crying there. Some white men were coming thinking I'm a prostitute, asking me how much for a night. I was in a very bad situation, but I was still looking hot. Then if I go to Philippines, I'll visit the man. Yes? It's hot. Come out, come out. So one tour guide, he's always, he likes, what is his name? What's the name of this Rasta man? He likes the Rasta man. His hairstyle is like the Rasta man, Rastafarian. He said, oh, Africa, Africa, Africa. Oh, come, what are you doing here? I started crying. I did not hide my story. I told him what I was going through. I told him I came here for business, but the locals will not let me stay. They thought I would take all their customers because I showed him my trampoline. He said, don't worry, there's an African lady here. She's Kenyan. Come, she will accommodate you. Come, come, come. He took my bag and went to this lady's house. So I stayed in this lady's house. She gave me water. I took shower. She gave me food. We shared story. She was so sorry for me. And then I was looking for a way to go home, no money to go home. My useless boyfriend then, please send me money to come home. The guy was making mockery, telling people in Manila. This useless girl traveled to island to fornicate with white men. Now they abandoned her. She doesn't have money to return. Ha 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 ha. That was the news I was hearing. A mother went to make money. You can be dating a guy, but you are alone. They will never help you at all. Later. Wait, you can watch later. They will never help you. So, okay, get the toy. So, one of the lady that asked me to go to the island, because it was somebody that told me to go to the island, that I'm gonna make a lot of money. She said my handwork is very good. I have a beautiful handwork. She said, go there, Glory. You're gonna make lots of money. There are a lot of foreigners there. I said, really? The money I was saving for my school fees, I used it and buy flight ticket, bought attachments, wool, everything, but it was in vain. So the lady called me and said, Glory, I want to make my hair. Where are you? I said, my dear, I'm in that island you asked me to go to. Nothing worked. Everything is waste. I'm even stranded. I don't know when to return. She said, really? Don't worry. Let me book you ticket. When do you want to return? I said, really? I said, okay, my dear. I want to return on Thursday. She booked me ticket, and said, don't even bother to pay. I said, no. I will make your hair for free. She said, no. I booked you ticket for free to go and take care of your son. I will still pay you for the hair. That was how I returned from the island. And that Kenyan lady introduced me to an app where I met Darko. Because we spoke about dating, and she said, our African men are not trying. Why not try dating white men? So I downloaded the app. I did not use it, but when I came home, I started using it. That was how I met Darko. So when I returned, I started crying. I told my son's grandparents, please, I am tired. Can you send me money to bring the boy home? Can he stay with you? And when I'm done with school, I'll come and take him. They said, yes, bring him. I was telling you this all this while, but you think we want to run away with the child. They booked me flight tickets going and coming. And I brought my baby to Nigeria, May 2018. They said, don't worry, my daughter. Whenever you are ready, you can come and get your son. Whenever you are ready, you can come and get your son. At least so that you can focus on you. This boy is suffering with you. Do you want your children to be suffering? Your child who doesn't deserve this kind of life, do you want that child to be suffering? Answer me. And you open your dirty mouth and said, I abandoned my child in Nigeria when I was giving him a good life. When I was trying to give him a good life, and all you naysayers saying I abandoned him, may what you said to me happen to you, all of you. Others are busy terminating their pregnancy in the Philippines and judging me, but I kept my baby. A baby that brought happiness to the family. I'm not even better than my boyfriend that died, but life happened. I took my son home, 4 years old. At least he knows his mother. He knows I did not abandon him. We had a very good conversation. He said, honey, I'm going to get you, okay? Don't worry, stay with grandparents so you don't have... I traveled to Nigeria 2021. I saw my son. He said, Mommy, you are rich right now. When I was bringing him home, he saw a homeless boy when I was buying him food at Lokoja, because that is where all the vehicles were stopping to buy food, and then we'll continue our journey. My son said, Mommy, please, can we buy food for this homeless boy? You can see he's hungry. I gave him money. I said, go and buy. He will say another, Mommy, we are rich now. Can we buy money? Can we buy food for this person? He understood the struggle. My son suffered with me, so he understood the struggle. And he knows I did not abandon you. You people abandoned your children, all of you. Because the kind of love my children have for me, nobody ever showed it for you. It's better for him to be with his grandparents than for him to be suffering in Philippines. Than for him to be suffering. God has forgiven me for bringing all this nemesis on myself. That is why I'm telling young people, don't get pregnant out of wedlock. Say no to unprotected sex. Some people came out of it, but can you come out of it? The stress was too much on so many people. Some committed suicide. But can you? People will look down on you like you are a nobody. People will stay away from you. Even when you refuse to engage in their kind of lifestyle, they will call you names. My only crime was to keep a child, and I was poor. And I refused to let other guys take me for granted. When I met Darko when I was trying to send my success to Nigeria. I never knew we would get married. We were just friends. We're just friends. He was trying to go back to Kuwait. And he said, why are you taking him to Nigeria? I gave him the situation. He said, no problem. I wish you all the best. I went to Nigeria. My mother prayed for me. The grandparents prayed for me. And when I came back, doors started opening. That is why I say, you keep judging me, God keep blessing me. God keep blessing me. Children that are really abandoned, you guys will not talk about it. Some of you left your children in Africa to go abroad to seek for greener pasture. But mine, I took him home because of my situation. I was going to bed on empty stomach. I was living in a compound where the landlord wants to sleep with me so I don't have to pay rent. All these things happen in the Philippines. The man said, since you are owing me for months, let me just sleep with you. You don't have to pay. You are a beautiful lady. Why I can't? I don't know how people sleep with people. Why I cannot? I only sleep with somebody I love. Even when you sleep with someone that is not your husband, it's a big sin. All these things were disturbing me. You guys know this story so many times. You know this story so many times. And I will keep sharing my story. I will never get tired. Never ever get tired. When I'm ready, I will go and get my son. Yes. I don't owe you any explanation why he's still with them. I don't care who you are. You were not in our life when we were struggling and suffering. So carry your opinion and go and take care of your family. That is the best to you. And make sure you make heaven. I am being loved by the most handsome man in this world today. Caring, honest, trustworthy. I don't know what you're talking about. Because I'm so loved. All the good things I did, all the sacrifices, I'm reaping them one by one. And you keep wondering why God keep blessing me. Because I made a very huge sacrifice. What kind of mother wants her own child away from her? The situation was very difficult. I can't control it. I just said, let him stay with his grandparents. It's better. He cannot even go to school in Philippines. Where is the money to go to school? Where is the money? Everybody in Philippines are going to school. You want me to drop him with students? Even sometimes I drop him with students. But they have classes. I cannot inconvenience people because of my baby. It's better for him to go where they will take care of him. My mother has no money. She's a widow who is taking care of other siblings. And you said he should stay with my mother, and I had an agreement. And them. That he should stay with them, no problem. I did this out of love, not out of cohesion. And I did it also because there was nothing for my son to eat. I want my child to have a good life, not suffering. Why bring a child to this world to suffer? Eh? Why? Why would you do that? The guy did not marry me. All of you saying first husband. That guy is my first husband. I only dated success father in 6 months and I got pregnant. That was how worldly I was. You understand? But I take responsibility for my action. I don't blame anybody. Do you understand? And I was paying the consequences, no problem. May his soul rest in peace. Let his soul rest in peace. I kept our child because he never wanted us to terminate it, even when people are saying terminate, terminate. He's a good man. He's a good man. And even if Yes.